Every year, my family takes the same photograph on my grandmother's porch steps. I have stood on the bottom step in all 31 of them, and my kids are standing there now. My grandmother died in March. She left the house to me, her oldest grandchild, along with one instruction taped to the refrigerator in her handwriting. The porch steps are never to be replaced. We still took the photo that June. First Sunday, 2 p.m., everyone in their places, same as always. But when my 6-year-old climbed onto the bottom step, her heel punched straight through the rotted board. Okay, that's it, I said, hauling her back by the arm. I'm tearing these out before somebody breaks a leg. The whole porch went quiet. My Uncle Ray set down his beer. You don't touch those steps. Ray, they're rotted through. My kid just went through one. It was your grandmother's rule. The steps stay original. Always have. She's gone, and a rule isn't worth my daughter's ankle. He stood up out of his chair. I said, leave them. I laughed, waiting for him to laugh too. He didn't. My aunt wouldn't look at me. My cousin got very interested in her phone. I let it go for the day because the whole thing felt too strange to push in front of the kids. That night, I went into the den where Grandma kept the albums. 31 photographs, one for every year I'd been alive, all in matching frames. I'd seen them my whole life. I had never once laid them out end to end. I noticed two things. The first was that the tradition started the year I was born. There was nothing before me. No photo of the porch, of the family, of anything. The second was that my father was in none of them. Not one. He had walked out the month I came home from the hospital. That was the family line, the sentence nobody ever added a word to. 31 years gone. 31 photos. Every single one of them with me planted dead center on that bottom step. I called Ray. Why does the tradition start the year I was born? A long pause. Go to bed. Why is my dad in none of the pictures, Ray? Because he left you. That's why. His voice had gone flat and careful. Don't go digging where you don't need to dig. Something about that word made my stomach drop. Monday morning, I called a contractor anyway. He showed up at 8 a.m. with a pry bar and a wheelbarrow. I hadn't told a soul in the family, but Ray's truck came grinding up the gravel drive before the guy had the first plank loose. He came out of that truck fast for a man his age. Put it down. Put it down right now. Ray, go home. You have no idea what you are doing. He planted himself between me and the steps, both arms out. Please, I am begging you. Nail it back down and walk away. Cover what up, Ray? What is under my grandmother's porch? He didn't answer. He just stared at the dirt under the boards like it might move. The contractor looked between us. You want me to stop, boss? Keep going. He levered the second plank free, and the smell came up with it, old and sweet and deeply wrong. He froze, leaned in over the gap, went gray and stepped back fast. There's something down there. I got on my knees and looked. Under 31 years of packed black soil, wrapped in the rotted shape of a coat, was a rib cage, and a wedding band still sitting on a finger bone. Ray sat down hard in the grass and put his face in his hands. He was going to kill her, he said. That night, he had both hands around her throat, and I hit him too hard, and he stopped moving. Your grandmother said no police. She said we'd lose the house, lose you, lose all of it. So we put him under the steps and poured the new footing over him that same week. And the photo? My voice didn't sound like mine, to keep the ground packed, so it never sank. So nobody ever asked why one corner of this porch settled. He looked up at me, eyes wet. She always put you on the bottom step, said the weight kept it flat. Every year you got heavier, and she'd smile and say, right there, baby, same spot. I thought about my daughter's foot going through the board 2 days ago. About my kids in this year's photo, I reached down and turned the wedding band toward the light. It was engraved. I already knew the name I'd find before I read it. It was my father's. For 31 years, my grandmother had stood me on top of him. And this June, smiling, I had stood my children there too.